And the government has now issued a formal date for the switch off of analog TV. The government wants the process of digital migration to start on the 31st of December here in Nairobi. Well, the three media houses that have challenged the government's handling of this process, however, want at least 4 more months to comply, since they have only just been issued with a signal distribution license. They are also challenging the government's decision to allocate nearly 2/3 of all the country's frequencies to a foreign company.
After a long battle that ended in the Supreme Court, the government has now set the date for digital migration to begin.
We have come to a point where we are commencing digital migration. This has been a long and contracted process, but one which we have no choice to embrace given the global digital migration of June 2015. It is noteworthy that other countries in the region have migrated, and Kenya, having been a leader in the ICT sector, must not lag behind.
But the three media houses that went to court in the first instance to challenge the manner in which the government was implementing the process are challenging the new date. This is because the Standard Group, the Nation Media Group, and Royal Media have just been awarded a license for signal distribution, and 1 month simply won't be enough to roll out the requisite infrastructure.
We want to be able to carry our own content through our own set of boxes and through our own infrastructure, which means we need to invest in set-top boxes, have them manufactured, airlifted to Kenya, and distributed. We also need to invest in transmitters. Honestly, unless we perform a miracle, it is not possible within 30 days. That is why our request to the authority, and we've written to them, I think, to allow us time, at the very least, 4 months, to put our infrastructure in place so that we can carry our own content.
Punk, StarTimes, have had more than 3 years to roll out their network. Similarly, Signet have had more than 3 years to roll out their network. Pursuant to the guidelines by the Supreme Court, and I can read what the Supreme Court said at some stage, we have managed to get the license. We have therefore, and again, we've written with great humility to CAK that we request time until the 30th of April. It will give us 5 months to roll out our network and any other infrastructure that is required to self-carry our signals.
The three media houses are also concerned that out of the 190 frequencies on the digital platform, 120 have been allocated with Chinese company Pan-African Network Group.
DG, we fault you and the entire government for what has happened in this whole frequency distribution exercise. 63% to Pang, a company from China, in a country which has some of the highest investments in media industry in Africa. You can't explain this with a clear conscience. This is wrong. 63% and 10%, or is it 5% to us, the local fraternity. This is an arrangement that is not acceptable.
According to the Director General CAK, Francis Wangusi, the permit given to the three media houses will allow broadcasters to build infrastructure in 10 key locations ahead of the switch-off. Matiang'i acknowledges that outstanding issues remain.
Kenya shall implement analog switch-off in 3 phases as follows. Phase 1, to switch off on 31st December 2014, covering Nairobi and its environs. Phase 2, to be switched off on 2nd February 2015. Phase 3, to be switched off on 30th March 2015.
We have wasted a lot of time as an industry. We have fought battles that we didn't fight. Let us not fight anymore. Let's spend the next 6 months, 3 to 6 months, working together to make sure that this is a smooth process.
There have also been concerns that most consumers do not yet have the set-top boxes to receive the digital signal in their homes. The government says the cost of the set-top boxes will be lowered. Media houses have emphasized that they are not opposed to digital migration since their very business models depend on it. They are now hoping for more dialogue to resolve the issues so that the process can proceed smoothly. Now, Tino Kitian, Friday Briefing.